What's going on, everybody? You've got Tone here, back with some more Draft League content, this time bringing you guys the Team Builder and battle for Week 4 of Season 1 of the Soul Duo Association, where this week your Miami Malamarlins are taking on Dark Devil 26, or Brendan, the coach of the Vegas Golden Corviknights. If you guys want to check him out, his links will be in the description down below. Be sure to check him out, as well as all the other coaches taking part in the Soul Duo Association. Now, we are looking to rebound after a pretty crazy game from last week against Goldoa. If you guys didn't check it out, I'll leave the playlist in the description as well, so you can check that out. But yeah, it wasn't really a fun game because we had to play on 20-minute timer after some LAN issues. So long story short, it ended up being a close 1-0 loss, which I'm totally fine taking, considering the events that transpired that led up to the decision on my part, as well as talking it over with Goldoa afterwards. But we are going to be moving on. We're 2-1 heading into this matchup against Brendan, who, despite the fact that he's 0-3 heading into this matchup, his team is still very, very scary. He has the Tornado Darian Tapu Koko, which he managed to snag on the back wheel. Like, he had the last pick in the draft, and he ended up with Tornado Darian plus Tapu Koko, so props for that. I'm surprised he was even able to get those Pokemon. I was actually looking to get Tapu Koko myself, but there was no way I was going to get Dragon Ball Koko. But nonetheless, he drafted a pretty solid team. Some pretty bulky stuff like Buzzwole, Bronzong for Rocks, Tentacruel, Bulky Water and Rapid Spinner, and T-Spiker, Galarian Moltres, which definitely should have gotten Roost. But can be a bit problematic for my team. Pile of Sand, also pretty decent rocker. This matchup is a little bit tricky for, like, it can check certain stuff like Caparaja and whatnot. Flapple, not too concerned about Flapple, considering I have ways to check that thing. Tauros is an underrated threat. Reboot does get Libero, which my Cinderace doesn't. But it can be a little bit of a nuisance, not too much of a problem, to be honest. And then Carbink is, well, it's his fire resist, let's just put it like that. But in any case, the team I ended up building for this matchup is kind of revolving around going off of my opponent's terrain. So, seeing as though he has a Tapu Koko with the electric terrain, a few of my Pokemon is designed to try to take advantage of the terrain in Tapu Koko sets. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. But jumping into the Team Builder, and I also want to take advantage of his more defensive Pokemon and try to force in his offense, which essentially just comes down to trying to pressure the Tornadus and the Tapu Koko as much as possible. So, with that out of the way, jumping into the Team Builder, we do have, kicking off this matchup, we do have, for the first time, a Choice Specs Dragapult, this time with Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, and U-Turn. So bringing Specs for the first time this season, and this set just goes in against Brendan's team. He has 2 Ghost Resist. He has the Galarian Moltres and the Tauros, being his immunity, and the Moltres will not appreciate taking a Draco Meteor, much less a Thunderbolt, especially if its electric terrain is up. Same thing applies to the Tauros, U-Turn for momentum. But yeah, other than that though, I am more often than not just going to be spamming Shadow Ball against his team. His Ghost Resists don't really pressure or scare me out that much, and even so, I can just U-turn out into a more adequate response to those mons. Other than that though, this set is just designed to break his team as much as possible and hit as hard as possible. So the EV spread, very straightforward, max special attack to hit as hard as possible with enough speed for Tapu Koko and the rest thrown into HP. Moving on to the second part of my wall-breaking duo, we also have a Choice Banded Cinderace. Yes, we are bringing Choice Band. I've really wanted to bring Banded Cinderace for the longest time, even though we're only in week number 4, but having the option to not run heavy duty boots on something is especially like Cinderace, is really, really exciting. Especially considering in this matchup, he doesn't really have the best fire resist in this matchup. He technically has 3. He has the Tentacruel, which, if it's offensive, gets to a KO by Bandit Powerball with some chip damage. Reboot, I don't really count as a fire resist because it's not designed to really switch into attacks. And the Carbink is his actual fire resist, which is the only reason why the Cinderace is running Iron Head. Outside of that, though, if I don't see Carbink, I'm clicking Powerball. It's that plain and simple. This set is just designed to break everything on his team down. It is that plain and simple. He doesn't have the best flyer switching, and Bandit Cinderace takes advantage of that fact very, very nicely. U-turn, obviously, for momentum, and Sucker Punch is mainly just there to pick off weakened stuff like Tornadus and Tapu Koko if they're in range of Sucker Punch. Again, EV spread, very straightforward, max attack to hit as hard as possible with enough speed to outspeed Tauros, and the rest I just put into HP and his defenses and to hit an odd number so I don't, so I can switch into Stealth Rock 3 times as opposed to only, I can switch into Stealth Rock 4 times instead of 3. Moving on to my third member of the team. If you thought that Bandit Cinderace was a problem for him to deal with, then he is hating Urshifu Rapid Strike, especially if Urshifu gets up a substitute. Sub 3 attacks Urshifu Rapid Strike is here, with Surging Strike, Drain Punch, and Thunder Punch as the coverage options. This set does so much work against his team, basically because of the fact that I can sub on his defense, I can sub on stuff I can force out, stuff like the Palossand and his Bronzong, which is his only Stealth Rocker. The Carbink as well gets forced out by the fear of getting hit by Surging Strikes. And if I'm able to get up a substitute, this really puts the pressure on his team because it forces Brendan to utilize and go out into his offense, especially considering the Tornadus, because the Tornadus can't go for U-turn because U-turn is resisted by my Urshifu. If my substitute is healthy enough, U-turn won't break it, and he's forced to go into something else to take a Surging Strikes. Protective Pad is also here to ensure I don't take any damage from a potential Rocky Helmet Buzzwole, which I believe would be his best way to check my Urshifu Rapid Strike. The same thing also applies if he goes into Tentacruel, as I click Drain Punch, and he's Liquid Ooze. Liquid Ooze with Protective Pads, I won't take any damage from Liquid Ooze. I'll do the damage. I won't lose any HP, especially if I get a sub up. And outside of that, Thunder Punch is basically just there to hit the Tentacruel and the Tornadus. And if Electric Terrain is up again, he's going to take an Electric Terrain boosted Thunder Punch to the face, especially if he's forced to use his Tornadus to break my Urshifu substitute, which is kind of what I'm going for in this matchup. So yeah, Urshifu behind a sub is extremely scary for his team to deal with. EV spread, very straightforward, max attack to hit as hard as possible, enough speed is here to outspeed Reboot, and the rest is just thrown into HP and its defenses. Now moving on to a more of a bulkier backbone from my team, we have an Assault Vest Gardevoir. Now, it helps that so far this season that I've only brought Gardevoir Choice Scarf in both of the games it's come to this season, and Assault Vest really helps my team out, specifically for the fact that it enables me to better check stuff like Tornadus if it's Nasty Plot. I can check Galarian Moltres a lot better with an Assault Vest. I can check Tapu Koko if it's a more special set. Granted, I'm expecting it to be more physical for the fact that he will want something like Brave Bird to deal with my Vileplume, or else his best way of dealing with Vileplume is Calm Mind Stored Power, and if he doesn't get enough boosts, then he won't be able to beat my Vileplume 1v1, which, spoilers, I am not bringing. Nonetheless, though, AV Gardevoir just checks those special attackers as best as possible. As you can see, I'm not even bothering running any speed on my Gardevoir because of the fact that I really don't feel like trying to, do any speed tying or speed creeping against the Buzzwole. I would fear that I would expect him to respect my Gardevoir enough to not leave Buzzwole in on Gardevoir. unless he's confident it can live a hit. And if he does leave it in, he goes for Poison Jab with my investment with 252 HP and 108 in defense. I can guaranteed live an Adamant Buzzwall's Poison Jab after Stealth Rock. And then with Gardevoir's naturally good 115 base special defense, it can still eat up those hits without being running an investment. And like I said, I don't really need speed because I'm not going to try to outspeed stuff like Flapple or anything of the sort. I felt like having the added bulk would be a whole lot more beneficial for my team. Moveset is just straightforward. Psychic and Moonblast, very spammable against his team. Thunderbolt I have here just to get some chip damage on stuff like the Tentacruel if it tries to switch in. Well, not really a Tentacruel, but more so like I didn't want to run. I could have ran Shadow Ball easily for the Bronzong, but more often than not, I'm not going to try to stay in on Bronzong anyway, just because I don't really feel like I would gain much out of staying in on the Bronzong unless I know it's in range of taking a Thunderbolt from my Gardevoir. And then Knockoff I have here as the fourth move, just as a utility option. I probably won't click it, but it is nice to get rid of items, stuff like Heavy Duty Boots on the Tornadus, stuff like Rocky Helmet or whatever item it may be on the Buzzwall, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's a good, nice utility move in general to have on the Gardevoir. Moving on to the next half of my defensive or my bulky pivot, we have my Heavy Duty Boots Vikavolt, making its return since week 1 with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Energy Ball, and Roost. This set I did struggle a bit with, if only due to the fact that I really didn't like bringing Vikavolt in a matchup where I felt like if he brought the Flapple, then I would be kind of hesitant to go into it because my Vikavolt is a grass resist that doesn't actually touch the mon it's supposed to beat. Like, I don't have Bug Buzz. Like, and then after looking at the matchup again, like, Bug Buzz would literally only hit the Flapple super effectively, and if I was that worried, I would Volt Switch out and try to pressure it with my Cinderace or my Dragapult. But other than that, though, this set is really, really good against his team because it has a good matchup against pretty much his entire team, barring, like, I think the only real thing it matches up poorly against is, like, Reboot, for the most part. And even then, I'm not going to try to stay in on Reboot anyway, if to be perfectly honest. But anyway, as for the EVs, it's just designed to be a bulky pivot. With the 244 HP and 44 in special defense, I can guaranteed live a Life Orb Heat Wave from Tornadus Darien from full, guaranteed. And the HP and the defense investment lets me take 2 unboosted Sheer Force Body Slams from Tauros from full. I can even take an Adamant Stone Edge from Buzzwole from full if I have to as well. Volt Switch on that, get in something else like my Cinderace, and really pressure his team with Powerball. But other than that, though, this Vikavolt is designed to be a slow, bulky pivot. Volt Switch in and out, Energy Ball is there to hit the Palossand specifically, it 2 KOs, even especially defensive Palossand, and the special attack investment is enough to guarantee Oko a max HP Tornadus Darien with Thunderbolt as well. So yeah, and then 4 in speed because I had nowhere else to put it. So yeah, that is the Vikavolt, and moving on to the final Pokemon on my team, making its season debut, we have Kimimaro, the Marowak. We are bringing Marowak just to ensure that we have a means of stopping Tapu Koko if it is more of a Volt switching variant. But like I said, if Tapu Koko would be any set, I expect it to be more physical. This covers my bases against both Tapu Koko and the Tornadus with this set. So you see the moveset, we have Stealth Rock, Swords Dance, Earthquake, and Fire Punch. Swords Dance is more so there, less so as a filler and more so as a means of still having a good attack stat if my Thick Club is knocked off by the Tornadus or any other Pokemon that gets knocked off on his team, but it's basically just the Tornadus and the Tentacruel that gets access to knock off on his roster. And in Tentacruel's case, it would just try to scald me anyway. So I'm not too worried about losing my Thick Club in the first place, because I feel like It's not designed to check the Tornadus, but it still does a good amount of work against his team. It's designed to get up rocks. Fire Punch plus Earthquake hits its entire team neutrally. And with the given investment with 252 HP and 100 in special defense, I can guarantee take 2 unboosted Grass Knots from Tornadus from full. It's either from full or after Stealth Rock, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's after Stealth Rock that I can take 2 non-life orb Grass Knots from Tornadus, and the HP into defense is enough to guarantee take 2 Jolly Ice Punches from Buzzwole from full. And then the 44 speed is enough to guarantee outspeed uninvested Carbink, and the rest is forward to attack to just have a little bit more damage output into Fire Punch and Earthquake. But yeah, that is the team. I do apologize for this being a bit of a long-winded team builder, but just wanted to make sure I got everything out the way. And without further ado, let's hop into the battle. SDA week number 4. Let's go. Alright, so here we are playing against Brendan and his Vegas Golden Corviknights again. Man, we've played so many times over the years, like going back to like IBL days, and let's see, he brought pretty much what I expected, all things considered. Yeah, this is what I expected. Yeah, the Tapu Koko, Tornadus, Buzzwole, Galarian, Moltres, Tentacruel, and Bronzong. Okay, so Toxic Spikes is going to be a bit of a problem, just because of the fact that I don't have removal or my Vileplume, but no Palossand means that Vikavolt is going to be a free lead for me. No, not Gardevoir, Vikavolt, thank you. So yeah, Vikavolt is extremely free as a lead, because I literally Volt Switch on everything on his team, and nothing on his team can knock me out in one hit from full. So yeah, let's just lock this in. Vikavolt is going to be my lead of choice. Oh man, but yeah, what else is looking good here in this matchup? Gardevoir looks fantastic if I'm able to get rid of his Fairy Resist. Dragapult puts in work. Like, yeah, my entire team just looks fantastic in this game, I'm not gonna lie. Also a bit of backstory. Well, not really backstory, but it did take us a bit to set this up. It took about an hour to set this land, but here we are in the battle. Good luck, have fun to Brendan. This is the first time we're playing on... This is the first time we're playing in Generation 8, yeah. So let's see. Okay, so it's the Koko lead against my Vikavolt. So this is going to be a free Volt Switch as Electric Terrain goes up. Alright, so yeah, it's a free Volt Switch for me. And to think of all the Pokemon that he didn't bring, I was actually worried about the Flapple, because I couldn't touch it. But this is a free Volt Switch, no matter what. Let's see what his Tapu Koko is. Okay, he has Volt Switch himself. Okay. I was honestly expecting U-turn, to be honest. But this is fine, I get momentum regardless. I'm expecting the Bronzong to want to come out. It's either Bronzong or... I don't think Buzzwole comes out, to be honest. I feel like he needs Buzzwole for a Shifu. Testosterone. Okay, it is Buzzwole. Okay. Well, that's gonna be a crap ton of damage. And, that did a whole lot less than I expected. I thought that'd be a 2 KO. He must be running a lot of bulk on it. Well, I thought max HP was like a 2 KO, but in any case, I'm going to go out into my Cinderace. Because in either way, it's in range of Pyro Ball. So, let's go in Cinderace. And let's just... No, he's not going to stay in, for sure. I feel he's going to go Tentacruel, if anything, so... I think I'm going to U-turn. I feel U-turn is the play here. I feel like he's gonna go into tentacle. So I'm gonna use U-turn. Yeah, just U-turn. He shouldn't stay in. He shouldn't stay in. Unless he's Aquaberry for some reason. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to get momentum again. Scholium, that's the tentacle, right? Yep. Okay, so I get momentum. And I am just going to go right out into the Dragapult. And let's fire off a Choice Specs Thunderbolt. Let's just go for the Thunderbolt. He reveals Black Sludge, so he's not Wakanberry. That's good. Terrain is up. Let's just go for it. Choice Specs Thunderbolt. Time to fire it off. Time to fire it off. This should go down. This Tentacruel should drop. I'd rather not have to deal with Toxic Spikes right now. Come on. This is a pretty good start for me, not gonna lie. This is a very good start. He stays in, Thunderbolt goes off, terrain boosted, and down goes Tentacruel. Fantastic! Alright. So Dragapult picking up the first kill of the match, and I don't have to worry about Toxic Spikes. And Cinderace is looking super free right now. Coco comes back out, though. I saw Volt Switch. I feel like I'm just gonna make the. I feel like it's going straight into my Marowak. I can also go Gardevoir, but I don't want to reveal my Assault Vest just yet. I feel like Marowak is the better option, to be honest. Yeah. Because even if he's Grass Diet, it won't 2-KO me. Dazzling Gleam. Okay, yeah. Alright, that doesn't look like a 2-KO. That did about 70 points of damage. Let me see. Do I Earthquake or do I get up my rocks? Well, to be honest, how much do I value rocks in this game? Because I feel like the Tornadus and the Moltres are both going to be boots. This might be a misplay on my part, but I think I'm just going to it's either rocks or earthquake, to be honest. Yeah, this might be a misplay. I'm just gonna go for the. I can also Fire Punch predicting the Moltres or the Torn, but I think earthquake is fine. He's gonna withdraw. Maleficent. What's this? The Moltres. Okay. So I probably should have went for my. I probably should have got up rocks, but I think he's boots though. I didn't feel like getting up boots in boots. I didn't feel like getting up rocks in a situation where I felt like his two flying types would be boots. And then I want to keep this thing around for the Coco, so let's just go out into Gardevoir. So yeah, let's just go Gardevoir here. I get to trace Moltres' Berserk, so I get a special attack boost if he drops it below half. So that's cool. And I am Assault Vest, so I can take any 2 hits from this thing. But yeah, I probably should have. I should have got out my rocks. I shouldn't have earthquaked. He's gonna pull a double actually into the bronze one. Okay, that's fine. So he makes a good double to get to predicting my Gardevoir to come in. Good double, good double. So I'll trace his Levitate. Oh, he's heat proof. Okay. Okay. Okay, so he's heat proof. So at least I know where the Cinderace switching is now. So I may have lost the exchange on the double, but I got information on the Bronzong, so I know for a fact he's not Levitate. And honestly, I feel like it's going harder Shifu, to be honest. Just make the aggressive switch into her Shifu. So let's do that. In comes our Shifu. This may be a choke on my part. Stealth Rock, okay. Totally fine with that, but this also just means I get a free sub up on this thing. I get a free sub. So basically, if this Bronzong doesn't have a psychic move, then it can't beat me 1v1. So let's sub up. Let's see what he goes. Toxic. Okay. Oh, this is going perfectly. So let's fire off some free strikes, baby. Free surging strikes. Oh man. Let's chip down this Bronzong. I honestly thought he was gonna go Buzzwole there, to be honest. That's 1. That's 2. And 3. Yeah, it looks like a 2 KO. Earthquake. This shouldn't break my sub. This shouldn't break my sub. It doesn't. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I really thought he was gonna go Buzzwole there, to be honest. Strikes again. He gives me the... Okay, so if Bronzong goes down here, that frees up Gardevoir too. 1, 2, and 3. And the Bronzong is down. Oh my god. So now Cinderace is even freer, and Gardevoir is free. Oh my god, this is fantastic. So Shifu picking up a kill, and I'm still have a sub up. Coco comes back out. And I am just going to... I'll scout what he wants to do here, so I'm going to click sub. Just to see what he does here. He's going to Volt Switch. Okay, so... This is exactly what I wanted to do with my Urshifu. Get the... Pressure his off... Force him to go into his offense, and then whittle down his defense. So his only defensive one left is the Buzzwole, which he should be going into now. Yeah, Buzzwole comes out. Let's sub again. Let's get some chip damage on this Buzzwole. Let's chip down this Buzzwole. It's going to be a bit of a problem, especially if since it gets Roost. So, once he breaks my sub, I am going to switch. But yeah, this start is going fantastic for me. That's for sure. Strikes again. One, 2, and 3. Drain Punch. Okay. Alright, so at least this pretty much confirmed he's not Scar. Well, he's not Scar because he would have outsped me. Sub breaks. I think that's in range of Surging Strikes, but I'm actually going to make the play into my Vikavolt here. So let's go Vikavolt. In case he goes for Drain Punch again, or even Thunder Punch. Alright, Vikavolt comes out. Thunder Punch, yep. That didn't do anything. So this is probably no investment. Or it could be investment. I want to Roost here. Okay, he does have Stone Edge. And he connects. And Vikavolt goes down. Okay. That's fine. I probably could have like played around it, but okay, he gets an attack boost, so Well, it's just a free Dragon Ball again, so free Dragon Bolt and another free Choice Specs Thunderbolt with electric terrain support. And Buzzwole goes down. That was a crit. I don't know how much the crit mattered, to be honest. I really don't know how much it mattered. I don't think it did, to be honest. Coco comes back out. Alright. I think now I go out into my Gardevoir. Yeah. No, because basically I feel like going Marowak would be too obvious. Granted, I actually could have gone Marowak, because Marowak, it can't EQ for free. Like, I would just have to start fire punching everything. So this may be a misplay on my part. Alright, so we're going to trace the Electric Surge. That doesn't matter. Volt Switch. Okay. Volt Switch, fine. But what does he Volt Switch into? I have Thunderbolt. I have Thunderbolt. he just Volt Switch into 2 monsters weak to electric. Oh man. Zahir. Okay, in comes the Torn. And let's just go for it. Thunderbolt. Just click it. Electric Terrain is up. I'm modest. Well, I'm modest, but I'm not max special attack. But this should still do it. This should still, in theory, like, destroy Tornadus. Depending on his investment. He goes for Hurricane. He is going to miss, unfortunately. Thunderbolt. And I knock out the Torn. Oh, crap. I get another crit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think that one mattered more than the Buzzwole one. Wow. Okay. Coco comes back out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just Moonblast. I think that crit mattered. Brave Bird. Okay, so he is mixed. Okay. Takes the recoil. Moonblast. Down goes Tapu Koko. Gardevoir putting in work. Oh my god. And all he has left is the Galarian Moltres. Oh man. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. I am gonna die though to any hit now from the Moltres. So do I Thunderbolt or do I Moonblast is the question. Like, I'm trying to think which is stronger. Actually no, let me knock off first. I have my reason. Agility. Okay. Okay, I'm so glad I clicked knock off. I'm so glad I clicked knock off. Weakness policy? Lumberry. Okay. I really thought he was weakness policy. But now let me go back. What does more? Let me just check something. What does more? Does Electric Terrain boosted Thunderbolt do more or Moonblast? Actually no, yeah, I'm gonna click Moonblast. Fiery Wrath. This should kill me though. This should kill me. It doesn't really matter. Oh my god, Gardevoir! Oh my god, Gardevoir, you're too much! You were so thick! Oh my god. He doesn't get the Berserk boost, but oh my god, I did not expect to live that. Yeah, I was like, I shouldn't have debated that last turn. I should have just clicked Moonblast right away. Oh my god, Gardevoir, you're too thick. You are so thick. But, oh man, this is actually not good. This is not good. The Moltres can win. I can get reverse swept right now. But I gotta let Gardevoir go down. It doesn't matter what I click. Fiery Wrath, yeah. So Gardevoir's gonna go down here. Oh my god, you put in so much work, Gardevoir. Thank you so much. I gotta go Cinderace. I gotta play. But I'm pretty positive he can still bring it back. He can still bring it back. Because Sucker Punch is my only priority move. He can play around it. But I don't have any other play. He can literally play around all 8 Sucker Punches. He can literally play around all 8 of my Sucker Punches. I just gotta go for it. Oh, this is frustrating. He can easily Agility again. Oh man. I can legit get reverse swept right now. Sucker Punch. Okay, he attacked me. Oh, thank God. And that is going to be a 4-0 win for the Miami Malamarlins. Oh my God. That ending. That ending. Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord. I was more terrified of that end game than anything else that happened, but I'm more grateful for the fact that this was able to be played on LAN. This team worked out so well. When I put this team together, it worked out even better than expected. Dragapult went in, Cinderace put some pressure on his team, Urshifu by a substitute worked like a charm. Assault Vest Gardevoir, though, oh my god. Living on 1 HP. If I had traced Berserk from the Moltres, I would have actually won. Gardevoir would have cleaned up and gotten 3 kills. If I had traced Berserk, but I didn't. Granted, it was a misplay to stay in to go Gardevoir on the Coco. I should have just went Marowak. That was kind of a misplay on my part. But nonetheless, though, team worked fantastic. GG to Brendan, of course. Again, be sure to check him out in the description down below, guys. Really good dude, really solid guy altogether. But yeah, after what happened last week, this was the type of comeback game that I wanted to have for myself. We are now 3-1 on the season, heading into the we're like 1/3 of the season in. We're 3-1 plus 8 differential now. Feeling pretty good about ourselves. Really like how this team is performing so far. Really enjoying using this team altogether. And yeah, what else can I say? This is a comeback. This is a game that we needed to come back from. This is a game we needed. Considering how I played last week, this time around felt a whole lot different. It felt a whole lot different. But yeah, really excited for this win. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, all of that good stuff. And until next time, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.